Hey there, it's I, Dr. Andrea with Restoration Chiropractic, and today I'm going to talk to you about fasting. This is a fascinating subject for me. I've been learning about it for about the last 3 weeks, and I have to tell you, everything that I believed I knew about fasting was completely wrong. So it's almost like everything that I learned growing up in the 70s and 80s about how to eat and what to eat is completely false. The wool has been pulled over all of our eyes. It's crazy. So I've done a ton of research the last few weeks. I'm going to share some of it with you. I'm going to try not to keep this too long. Okay, so I'm fasting right now. We just started, my husband and I just started a 72-hour fast, and this is my third week of fasting. My first week I did 48 hours, then another 45 hours, and then I didn't fast over the weekend. Then last week I did 48 hours, 48 hours, 24 hours, then I didn't fast over the weekend. Excuse me. And this week I'm attempting my first 72-hour fast. So let's talk about fasting. What is it? It is simply just not eating, no food at all. You can have water, tea. Some people say bone broth, but if you have bone broth, then the process of autophagy or autophagy, which is cellular cleaning, it's like cellular repair, that doesn't happen, so I'm choosing not to do that. So let's talk a little bit about fasting. People will say, now first of all I want to cover, there's the difference between science, which is like real science, and then bro science. Bro science is like somebody's bro said don't do this, and it sounded kind of scientific, so people listened to it. And much of what shaped eating recommendations in the 1970s was, and 60s actually, was actually kind of like bro science. It came about because of a couple of politicians, and it didn't have any science backed behind it. So it's been very fascinating to me, all the reading and the research and the studies I've looked at in the last 3 weeks. Okay, so when you're fasting, people will say, oh, if you're not eating, your body goes into starvation mode. And then it holds on to like everything that you do eat, your metabolism drops way down. That is absolutely just not true. It doesn't happen. When you don't eat, as long as you have adequate fat stores, your basal metabolic rate stays exactly the same. Now I'll tell you when your basal metabolic rate does drop, it's when you go on a calorie restricted diet. So if you're used to eating 2,300 calories a day and you're going to try to lose some weight and you drop down to 1,500 calories a day and you keep it there for a while, your body's going to go, oh, there's not enough calories coming in to sustain me, and so then it will drop your basal metabolic rate. But if you're fasting, if you're not eating anything at all and you have enough fat, which if you have more than 10 or 15 pounds extra on you, you do have enough fat, your basal metabolic rate will not drop, and that was very surprising to me. The other myth is that if you're fasting, your body will start to eat its own proteins in order to keep you alive, and that's just not true either. It will burn sugar in the form of glycogen for the first probably 24 to 36 hours, depending on how much sugar you have stored, and then once the sugar is gone, it immediately switches over to fat for energy, and it will burn the fat. So as long as you have enough fat, your muscles are totally spared. The other thing that's interesting with fasting is it creates human growth hormone secretion. So that actually it's very protective for your lean muscles, your tissues and your bones and all that stuff. A couple of resources for you to look at. Jason Fung is an MD, and he's got the IDM community. I can't remember what IDM stands for. Something diabetes management, I think. He wrote the obesity code. He wrote the complete book on fasting. So if you want like a very rational, scientific person to look at Dr. Jason Fung. He's got some great videos on YouTube. And then the other person to look at is Cole Robinson of the Snake Diet. Cole is a totally foul-mouthed, his science is also good, but his packaging is a little bit rough around the edges. So he's pretty foul-mouthed, he's pretty in your face, he's a little bit rude, but if you can take that, if you can get past that, his information is good as well. So I'm listening to more Dr. Fung at this point because Cole Robinson's message just doesn't change all that much, and I feel like I've gotten what I need from him. His recipe, though, for the electrolyte drink that you drink while fasting is phenomenal. So if you're getting enough salt and potassium, you kind of ride out the hunger waves, but then you don't experience some of the other challenges that fasting will bring. Anyway, it is really, really good for you. It does help clean out your diseased cells. It can help you heal from chronic issues. It's certainly, if you have any kind of leaky gut or gut issues, irritable bowel syndrome, fasting is really good for it because it just gives your gut an entire break and allows it to heal. So one of the reasons I'm doing it is I'm trying to see if I can get my gut to heal enough that my food sensitivities go entirely away. And I'm also trying to see if I can heal my Hashimoto's. So I hope that this has been useful. I will pop a couple of links down in the comments for you below. Would love to hear your comments. If you've done fasting or not done fasting, shoot me a message. And then if you have any health concerns and you want to kind of like look at this, shoot me a text or call me, 818-661-6369. I'd be happy to help you. Have a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.